Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video, as you can tell by the title, we are going to be doing this versus that hair edition. I've always loved this kind of thing, whether it's talking about like healthy foods versus foods you think are healthy versus like products that you think are clean but others actually have better ingredients in them. Anyway, what I love about these is that I feel like I always come out of them learning or knowing something new that I didn't before in a very kind of quick information sort of way. And in this hair, this versus that, I'm going to be covering most areas of hair. So from hot tools to coloring techniques to even some products. Nothing I will be mentioning in this video is sponsored. And I'd also like to add that in some categories, instead of this or that, meaning like there's a clear answer of what's better, for some areas, I will be talking about how this is better for one hair type or person, and this might be better for another reason. So anyway, today I have 10 this or that categories to go over. All right, let's just get started. So the first one I'm starting off with is hot tools. Anytime I get a client in a virtual consult that either comes to me with dry, damaged hair, they normally ask, what is the best thing I can do? What mask should I be doing? And I always say, if you're still putting heat on your hair, the heat tool is the most important thing. And so for number one, I'm comparing a Dyson or a high-end hair hot tool to something that is maybe more accessible, less expensive, or possibly lower quality. So I hate to start on this more difficult truth point here, but hot tools is never ever where you want to skimp on. I would rather you use more inexpensive products and have a high quality tool. And this goes for if you put heat on your hair even just once a week. And I think there's a big misconception that if you're putting heat on your hair, you're putting heat on your hair, and it doesn't matter if it's, a higher end line of hot tools. But the truth of the matter is what you are paying for is for the technology, the high quality plates, the way the heat is conducted, and also the ion technology in the tool. So all those things combined not only give you a much better finish and style, meaning you get the style done quicker, and not only quicker in a sense that it's going to save you time, but if you can style your hair quicker, that means you're essentially adding even less heat than you would with a tool that's not really working that well. So over time, a good high quality tool will leave your hair in better condition than when you started. All right, so the next one is a keratin treatment, Brazilian blowout, versus blow drying your hair every time you wash it. And the answer to this one is if your hair is pretty thick and coarse and you have the type of hair where you like to heat style it every time you wash it, absolutely get the keratin treatment. A keratin treatment necessarily isn't the best thing on your hair. It can be drying and damaging, but if you compare it to the effects of daily styling or every other day, then having a keratin treatment does outweigh the risks that it comes with. All right, for the next one, I feel like this one's pretty controversial, or at least there's not a lot of information surrounding the subject, and that's why I wanted to mention it. And that is to use a mask to heal your hair versus a good hair oil. So here's the thing. If you're looking to maintain the health of your hair, a mask is amazing for that. And I love this one, by the way, by the brand Way. This is great at maintaining the health that you already have. Kind of prevents damage if you were doing this a couple times a month. But if your hair is already damaged, what you need is something with a molecule that is small enough so where it's going to penetrate into the hair and actually heal from the inside out. And for that, you need a good hair oil. A good example of a good hair oil is argan oil, just pure, real argan oil. A good quality argan oil is going to penetrate deep into the hair and actually heal it from the inside out rather than just coating it and making it appear healthy. And typically hair masks on the directions it'll say to leave on the hair 3 to 5 minutes. The reason for that is because leaving the mask on any longer than that is not going to pose any more benefits than it does in those 3 to 5 minutes because it's not penetrating deep into the hair. So depending on the size of the molecule, that will tell you how deep into the hair that product is going to go. So if it's a larger molecule, no matter if you sleep in this mask, it is not going to do more for you than it would in those first 3 minutes. All right, the next one is purple shampoo versus toner. So I always think of purple shampoo as preventative. I think of it as deodorant, if you will. This is you love your current blonde color, you want to maintain it that way, and you want to prevent any brass from starting. That's where purple shampoo comes in. If your hair is already warm, way more golden than you want it to be, then you need a toner. All right, the next category is shampoo. And that is whether you need a high-end, expensive salon brand shampoo or whether you can use something from the drugstore. And honestly, to me, if you are using something that is sulfate and paraben-free, now while I do think it is very important to ensure and protect the color that you've paid for, shampoo and conditioner isn't the only way you can take care of your hair. So what I always say, a good rule of thumb for shampoo and conditioner, or a good quality shampoo and conditioner for that matter, is just to look out for something that is sulfate, paraben, and silicone free. But most importantly is getting the shampoo that is right for your hair type. Oftentimes I will see a client using a super expensive, high quality, beautiful shampoo, and it's the wrong one for their hair type. In that case, again, you're just throwing money down the drain. If that is the case, even if it is a drugstore brand, that is okay. All right, the next category also involves shampooing the hair, and that is whether to shampoo your hair in the morning or at night. So I'm gonna be honest, I actually do both. So during the week, I wash my hair at night just for time-saving purposes, meaning that I can wash my hair, completely let it air dry, and then in the morning, it takes me 10 minutes to style it. So if timing and kind of protecting your hair from heat, meaning that you're letting your hair air dry more time naturally, if that's important to you, then I would say a nighttime shampoo is ideal for you. Now, on weekends, I like to shampoo my hair in the morning. The reason for that is you get the cleanest period of your hair during the day. I'm a lover of clean, kind of fluffy hair, where it has a lot of good movement. I know people that wash their hair only once a week hate that first day shampoo look. So if that's the case, absolutely do a night shampoo. All right, the next one is getting bangs or to not get bangs. Now, I did a video on how to get curtain bangs, and I know curtain bangs and just bangs are a pretty hot topic now. And another question that I get probably weekly from my clients is, should I get bangs? Would they work on me? And mainly the answer to that is it's all about your face shape. I've made a video on this on what haircuts look best on your face shape, but I understand every time there's a trend with bangs, we all want to try it out. So what I do love about these trendy curtain bangs is that they are pretty universally flattering on everyone. So if you want more information on this, check out last week's video. I will leave it linked below. But mainly the answer is if you haven't had bangs in a while or you've never really had bangs that you liked, I feel like curtain bangs is a great way to kind of ease into that realm. All right, and the next one is extensions. What types are right for you? What are the best ones? So we're going to be comparing temporary, such as clip-ins or halos, or the more permanent, such as fusion, the sew-ins, the tape-ins. And so I've definitely dove into both categories myself, so I can tell you not only as a hairdresser, but as a user myself. So if you've never had extensions, I would definitely say start with the temporary first. You will kind of get the hang of how to take care of them, how to brush them, curl them, wash them. But at the end of the day, you can take them off and you can still shampoo your hair freely. And now if you are looking for something more permanent, the cons to that would be that it's more expensive, there is more maintenance. But the pros to that is that you wake up with long, luscious, beautiful hair. You can go swimming and walk out of the pool with gorgeous long mermaid hair. And it's not something that you have to install and kind of style and manipulate for it to look good daily. All right, the next one is highlights versus balayage. And my answer here is going to be highlights with a root tap. I feel like balayage has been around for so long now. Don't even ask me about ombre, because sometimes I feel like people are like, well, you didn't mention that. I feel like ombre has been out since like 2014. Like, if you're my client, don't ask it to get an ombre. I don't think it was ever really flattering. I think if you want a low maintenance, kind of painted on kind of look, balayage is the way to go. But like I said, my pick for this category is highlights with a root tap. I feel like getting highlights with a root tap gives you the best of both worlds. It makes your hair look touched up as opposed to having a ton of roots, but with the root tap, it really softens the root. So therefore giving you good contrast if that's something that you're after, and you can kind of control the contrast with how dark you go on the roots. And B, you get that soft, grown out, kind of effortless look, meaning as the hair grows out, you're not going to get a harsh line of demarcation. So it's going to look beautiful even weeks after you've gotten it done. All right, for the last category, this is also to do with color, and that is to get trending colors versus what looks best on you. And I'm all about kind of including both of those, meaning you don't want to have the same hairstyle for 20 years and never change it because it looked good 20 years ago. You should incorporate, kind of one of the trends at least once a year or every 2 years so that your look and your hair looks updated and fresh, but you never want to look like a victim of fashion or trends. What that means is you have something only because it's trendy, even though it clashes with your skin tone or completely clashes with your style or lifestyle. And so for this category, absolutely always pick what is most flattering on you when it comes to color. So in terms of placement, you can choose a balayage, you can choose an all-over highlight, you can choose a solid color, but always go with the color that looks best with your skin tone. I feel like years ago, ash tones were the big rage and everyone wanted cool ash tones. Whether you were golden or olive skin toned, everyone wanted ash. And honestly, I think ash put on the wrong skin tone can actually wash you out and make your skin really sallow. So the way I would interpret that trend and say someone with a golden skin tone but ash tones are in, I would go with something a little more neutral. So instead of having lots of warmth and lots of golden, kind of pieces or accents in your hair, I would go with something a little more subtle, a little more neutral. But now it's all about the warmer golden tones. We're seeing it in brunettes and we're seeing it in blondes. I personally love this look and this trend, but again, if you're super cool toned, it doesn't mean that you should go out and get super golden lowlights. What that means is maybe not have such a harsh kind of toner, just soften it a little bit. But yes, always, always pick what is right for you, your coloring, your lifestyle, rather than the trend. I promise you, in the end, you will look far more stylish, chic, and with it if it looks amazing on you. All right, and that is it for this video. I hope you found this video interesting. I hope you've learned a thing or two. And if you would like me to do these in the future, but on like a specific category where just hair color or just hair products, let me know down below and maybe I can do that for you guys. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.